What up, everybody? It's Miklos Callejero right here with the boy ceez.
So what's up?
Just another episode on Palabra TV, baby.
Oh yeah, Palabra thank you for having me.
Hey,
It's a
don't
pleasure.
trip,
It's a
fool.
pleasure.
Thank
Took
you
a
for
little
coming.
drive to come over here to do this. You know what
Nah,
I mean?
I
Let's do
appreciate you. Shout out to the boy Tunes. Got the homie ceez up on here.
this. Yep.
Go ahead and explain your hustle, my boy.
All right, so shit, man. My hustle is just motivation, my boy. You know.
That's right.
So I'm from the city of El Monte. I'm from the neighborhood of El Monte Flores.
Alright.
But lately I've just been on a mission to motivate the youngsters. You know what I mean? And things been going. Things been happening. Blessings been happening. And just recently I did a event in my neighborhood. Gave out 275 backpacks full of school supplies for the kids.
That's right, homie.
Yeah,
That's right. And what kind of events are you be doing?
Well, that was my first one in my community.
What was it called?
It was Backpacks for Youth.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
right.
so the mayor came up, showed me love,
Better.
took pictures with the mayor. Yeah,
That's
it was
right.
it was a trip, my boy. You know, so lately I've been doing a lot of podcasts and just spreading the word. You know, spreading the word, not the holy word. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But something that I think is just as powerful, and that's the word of motivation. You know what I mean?
Hey, dog.
Yeah.
Motivation is a
Straight
big key, dog. One of the three words that I keep like in my heart, like to keep going every day is strength, knowledge, and motivation.
For sure, bro.
Because without those three things, you ain't going nowhere.
You're
bro.
in limbo. I think without those three, you're pretty much in limbo and you're stagnant. You know?
Hell yeah.
And
Hey, let me ask you a question, dog.
What's up?
How's it feel to run your neighborhood and run the streets, and now you're giving back to your neighborhood? Like, how's that feeling? You know what I mean?
Honestly, like I said, that was my first time doing anything positive in my neighborhood. That was my first time meeting any mayor of any city, let alone my neighborhood. Like that day was it was a true blessing. You know, I brought my jefa with me, my little brother. They had no idea what I was planning. I had been planning this with my good friend Jacob from a nonprofit group called Project Coffee Cup, and what he does is he does a lot of homeless outreach. So I helped him on a few events, and the way he paid me back was helping me do my event. You know what I mean? And to answer your question, big dog, the feeling was I can't even explain it, dog. I had homies that pulled up. I had backpacks that I gave to homies' kids.
That's
like
right.
it was just a
Like homies you grew up
shout
with.
Shout out my homie Lefty. I helped him
That's
out.
right.
You know, shot his little daughters with some school supplies and stuff.
That's right. Hell yeah.
And so, man, it was just it was a trip, you know. And I'm right now pre-planning an event to pay homage to the homies that have passed away, and to give their parents some time to grieve for their kids, you know. And it's gonna be for Dia de los Muertos.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm linking up with a couple pretty heavy staples in the city, and we're gonna come together and we're gonna collab and do this event.
Damn, that's gonna be dope. And
Yeah,
it's just
dog.
like for homies in general, like people
you know
that
what?
passed in general.
So let me tell you. So yeah, it's just to give families a chance to grieve. A few reasons that I'm doing this. It's to give these moms and dads a chance to grieve of whether it's their kids that got taken out in the city, their kids that got taken out by a sickness, or whatever the case may be, you know. And it's just to bring the community together and pay homage to the people that have passed. And at the same time, I want these youngsters to see the sadness in these parents' eyes, you know what I mean, from losing their kids. And maybe that'll suppress a little bit of this gang violence, because it'll give them a chance to think about the sorrow that they cause. You know
really
what I mean?
open up.
Yeah, because
Instead
as
of,
we're youngsters and we're putting in work, we don't think about, the jefa.
The familia at all.
Like,
we
we
just
don't-
say, hey, I gotta do this. Said and nobody talks about it.
Exactly. Keep it going, you know.
Yeah,
and,
keep it pushing.
And and unfortunately, dog, the times are ugly right now, you know, and I think that's a big problem is we keep on pushing. You know what I mean? So I'm taking the mission on, and I'm gonna try to touch someone in my community, you know, and just see if I could bring a little hope to one of these youngsters.
And you're absolutely right, Pedro. Like, as raza, as Latino Mexican culture,
For sure.
we're taught to keep your head down, work hard, and keep it moving.
Keep it pushing.
You know what I mean? Like
100%.
keep it going.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You get into some shit, you get over it. Next.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I completely agree with that, and You know, and sometimes we gotta stop and think like maybe that is the issue. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe the issue is that we keep on pushing instead of picking up a young homie like, hey, get off that meth or whatever it is. You know what I mean?
Get out the street.
Stop robbing fools. Just get to work.
Yeah.
Instead of
and
pushing,
get a job.
Yeah. Take the time and
instead
reach
of
out.
taking from somebody, go find a hustle that you can do.
Yeah, 100%.
You know what I mean? And hey, I feel you on that because that's exactly my point with the whole Palabra situation.
That's right.
I'm not 100% against Fools Gone Wild because low key it's funny.
For sure.
But it does put us down. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Us as a people or homies in the hood that are fucking dressed like that, going through a struggle, whether they're tweaked out or they're trying to fucking find a spot to live or find work. They get clowned on because they look like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I think I personally don't I don't really look too deep into stuff like that. But what I do know is, I think we're all guilty of maybe, clowning somebody that might be on one. You know what I mean? Like and it's funny, but at the same time, like I think we're all. It takes a village, big dog, and I think we all need to work on that. That way, it could be a better place for our kids. You know what I mean? Because
we gotta show better.
Because I'm not gonna lie, like I'll be climbing on some tweakers out there. You know what I mean?
Oh but I get that because I'm the same way, my boy. I got hey, there's a little village by my pad, so I'll be climbing them motherfuckers too. But I'm talking about like people like me and you, like our homies, that are doing their thing, but still got the plaid shorts with the with white socks, and bald headed with the walking through having to worry about I'm gonna get put on Fools Gone Wild because I look like this. You know what I mean? I kind of want to change that whole stereotype.
Oh, 100%.
You know what I'm
saying? I social media unfortunately has caused a lot of damage on our kids these days, and that's that's something that the kids follow is that comedy or that exposure. And that is one thing that I'm trying to. I don't instill that in my kids. You know what I mean? Like I think that IG stuff, it's cool for exposure for a professional reason or whatever. But I'm a fruit vendor. You know what I mean? I'm a street vendor. So I take shit like that to heart, and I have and I deeply feel that the reason behind these youngsters fucking with the raza that are selling fruta on the corner or whatever, all that is to put on social media, to get clout on social media, to get them likes on Instagram. And to me, Instagram don't mean anything. If it wasn't for me acting or doing my pop-ups to sell my fruta or just being a part of the community, I wouldn't have social media, you know what I mean?
I feel you.
But and going back to Fools Gone Wild and Palabra TV and all these other platforms that are out there, we gotta show some positivity out there. Not only fools getting beat up or fools getting courted in or whatever the case may be. We gotta show giving back to these kids for school. We gotta publicize, making events for the communities, bringing all the raza together. If that's what we really want to do, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I really want to do it. I did it. I did it August 7th.
Yeah, you did it. And you did it in your own neighborhood.
Yeah, big time.
You know what I mean? And that's a big step, dog. That's a big congratulations on that one.
I appreciate that.
Palabra. Like palabra. Hey, palabra. Hey, but you not only ran amok in your neighborhood, dog, but at the end of the day, you fucking came back and you gave back to your neighborhood.
I almost lost my life in my neighborhood, dog. And I had a speech that day on August 7th at my event that there was a time that I was fucking in my community. I almost died I got shot 5 times from my community. You know what I mean? And now I'm blessed enough to give back to my community, and that right there, the feeling is just it's speechless. I can't even see.
Would you say that you changed your vocabulary from it being your neighborhood to it being your community?
I think it's just.
Or did you always consider it your community?
Well,
because
it's the community. To me, it means the same thing. You know what I mean?
But
it was my community that I ran amok in. It's my neighborhood that I almost died for.
Yeah.
And so I think just doing a lot of these motivational speeches and going to seminars and going with my manager Bernice from the streets to the set to different community gatherings, like I kind of gravitated to their vocabulary, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
and it's like every day is a learning process, you know.
It is.
When I hear Bernice say, you know, she's from the 18th Street community. You know what I mean? Her son is from the 18th Street community, and when I hear that, it makes me want to say community. You know what I'm saying? Because it sounds a little bit more professional.
Yeah, it does.
And it sounds a little bit more
progressive.
It sounds better to the ear. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like community. Oh shit, that person might listen compared to my barrio or my neighborhood, which I still say. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like it just depends. You know, it depends like
on the professional aspect and who you're around
and who you're trying to get across.
And you're right. When you use certain words in a certain way, people catch on.
For sure.
You know what I mean? Like
it rings a different type of bell.
This was not saying his barrio. He said his community. So let me see what he's trying to do. Let me tap into that.
Exactly. That can intrigue the person, you know. And to this day and age, we got to do anything and everything to get to that person's ear that we're trying to get to, you know.
That's
because there's so much. I'm not gonna say competition, but there's so much stuff out there to learn. There's so much information out there that sometimes people skip, you know. And I'm tired of being skipped, big dog. You know, so it's time to get out there and be on the front line again, but in a different aspect. You know what I mean? To make shit happen, dog, and that's my mission.
That's what we gotta do, man. If we don't do it, ain't nobody else will.
And
you know what I mean?
Nobody really cares, dog. And it's not a. Don't get me wrong, you know, our lives are busy, you know, and that's the problem with society is everybody's into what they're doing because life is busy and everybody's just trying to get there. But I think it's very important to also bring someone along the way, you know what I mean? Bring a youngster along the way to show them.
If you can bring an army with you instead of a few soldiers, that's how you win the war.
You're winning.
You win the war for sure.
I believe that.
Hell yeah. And you say you do the acting too?
Yeah, so I'm part of a casting agency on Instagram. It's called From the Streets to the Set.
Okay, I heard
on the
about
professional side, it's called URA Casting, Underrepresented Artists, and it's ran by Bernice. She's from the 18th Street community, and her mission is to put homies on set that have just gotten out, that can't find a job, or that just ain't really doing anything with their time. What she does is she puts us on set. And not only do we get time paid for our time, but she also gives us a chance to live that dream of either telling a story or just being on a TV show. You know what I mean? Like
representing the cultura.
Yeah, you know, and just representing in a positive manner, bro. And because there's like I said, there's too much negativity out there already. You know what I mean? So Bernice, shout out Bernice, from the street to the set. She's changed my life big time.
That's right.
And just giving me a little hope, just giving me hope as well. You know, putting me on set. I've been on the Mayans. I've been on SWAT.
You were on the Mayans?
Yeah.
How was that?
You know what? It was a trip, and that was probably the first time that I believed in manifestation. Because
you spoke it out.
Yeah, bro.
That's a trip.
Me and my girl, we were watching season 1 Mayans like religiously every Tuesday, and one of those times I told her, like, man, I'm gonna be on set I'm gonna be on set on the Mayans one of these days.
That's right.
And she was like, yeah, that's right. And then all of a sudden, bro, season 2, episode 3, I was on that bitch, dog.
Yeah.
So that
was what's the last season? They have 3 seasons, no?
Yeah, they just wrapped the 3rd season.
Okay,
so
the 3rd season, I worked the first two shows.
That's right.
Yeah, but security.
Okay. Hey, it's all
chilling
good.
in the background.
Hey, but you got to eat the food, right?
Hell yeah. Hey,
that's right. That's
catering,
all that matters.
dog.
The
Catering.
crafty,
the
man.
crafty and the catering. When I work production, when I show up, the 2 things I ask for: where's crafty and what time's breakfast?
Hell yeah. That's right. Yeah. Yeah,
that's
man,
dope, though.
So yeah, you know, shout out to Bernice again, man, because she put me on that, and even though it took a little bit of time to start, like I had hit her up. And I didn't hear from her for like a year and a half after.
Damn.
Yeah, so...
Hey, low-key, you giving me hope, Pedro.
Yeah.
Because a couple of the homies had told me, hey, hit them up, see what you can do, you know? So I got 2 months in.
Yeah. No, you're good. You're good, man.
I need another 10.
You're good. It took me a year and a half, and when she hit me up, she was like, hey, you have a shoot tomorrow, you're interested? And I was
shit.
I was like, heck yeah, I'm interested. And then she said, well, the wardrobe is Western, and I was like, oh shit, I had to holler at all my paisa homies, like, hey, I need a Tejana, I need some Wrangler size 40s,
some light jeans.
Yeah, you know. and then like the day of the shoot came, and she changed it up to biker gear, so I asked the homie for a chaleco, I already had the Red Wings throw on some jeans and I was ready to go.
Let's run
I pulled up to set and it was a set with Burner and Tercer Elemento, their music video called El Chivo. It's got like 40,000, 40 million views I think right now.
Hell yeah. Hey, I'm sitting next to a celebrity right here.
No, not yet.
Hey,
let's put it out there.
But this is my homie. This is my homie, though. Just let's get it straight. We're homies, and he's famous. He's famous.
But yeah, man. So just so all that stuff, you know, I've been putting it on the table so I can motivate these youngsters, you know, and just so they can see what I'm doing and what I've done, you know,
and that it's possible.
Exactly. No matter how how much of a fuck up you are in your younger days, which I was one of the biggest fuck ups. You know, I work for NASA right now. That's my 9 to 5. I've been with NASA for almost 8 years.
Hey, Pedro, you work for NASA or you be hired with NASA?
No. I've been working for NASA for the last 8 years.
Damn, that's cool. Yeah. What you do out there?
So my group, what we do is we monitor all the servers that are running that's communicating with space.
So you're an engineer.
I'm an engineer without the credentials.
That's right. Yeah.
And for me, that's good enough.
Hell yeah, because you're running up there with the best of them.
Yeah, I work with scientists. I work with multiple engineers. I monitor one of the most critical infrastructures in the whole campus.
Can you give me a flying car? Or what?
Yeah, I got you. Let me see what I can do.
Hey, we're gonna get that Palabra flying car going.
Yeah. Matter of fact, I'll wear a shirt and I'll take a picture in front of the NASA.
The NASA. Hell yeah, Pedro.
But
that's the next thing I'm working on is some merch. I gotta get some merch out there for you guys.
Oh yeah.
Any events you got going on or anything?
Events? Nah, not right now. Things kind of got quiet. I just wrapped a movie which is called The Sun Rises. Shout out to my homie Carnival Pictures. He's a photographer that had this vision of making a movie about a twist of religion and also like racial profiling and you know, the excessive violence that the cops put on homies, you know what I mean? Yeah. And he just wrapped that movie, dog, and I had a spot in it because also on my plate I'm a street vendor, like I said earlier, and I sell fruta, so my fruit cart was able to come out in the movie.
Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah.
How's that fruit cart going for you?
It's pretty good, man. This is my 3rd summer having my fruit cart, my business. I named it Pushing Fruits LA because the reason behind that is I used to push a lot of other stuff, you know what I mean? Growing up and just the hustle, you know?
I feel you, dog, because I gotta, sorry to cut you off, but I got a food hustle too.
Okay.
I do the burrito, it's called the burrito hustle.
That's right.
Yeah.
What's that, breakfast burritos? Or
all kinds of burritos.
Nice.
All kinds of burritos. We do it all.
Hey, you know what?
You know what I mean?
That burrito concept sells. The reason why is because it's convenient. People can run with it.
Yeah.
You don't have to have a plate. You don't got to do that. You just
wrap that shit up and go.
Hell yeah.
Hey, Pedro, we've done fucking surf and turf. We've done jalapeno poppers, breakfast, manchaca, bro, sausage, all that shit.
What do you pop up?
Do pop-ups. We do pop-ups. Nice. Mainly, our main spot is in Sereno.
Okay.
We do right there on Huntington Drive by the Big Saver.
Okay.
If you're familiar with the area.
Okay.
So shout out Burrito Hustle.
That's right.
That's number one. Push-ups.
Shoot the burrito.
You know what I'm saying? We have to do a collab or something,
Fruits
dog.
LA, man.
Push up Fruits LA, the Burrito Hustle collab.
That's right. Hell yeah.
Shit. That shit'll be dope, dog. Well, appreciate you coming on the show.
Thank you for having me, Big Dog. It's a pleasure seeing you again and to many more, Big Dog. You know, there's gonna be many more. I'm gonna be on episode. We're on what? Episode 2.
You're number 2, Pedro.
I'll be back, episode 50.
Hey, Pedro, I'm gonna do a night at the round table.
Let's do it.
So we're gonna get this shit cracking.
Hell yeah.
Homie ceez up.
Thank you.
Make sure you guys follow.
Check me out. _CEEZ _UP_1. Also follow Pushing Fruits _LA. Check me out.
There you go. Gracias, everybody.
Thank you.